Hello everybody, welcome back to Planet Coaster. Now, excuse me, I'm going to be completely honest with you all. I'm really not sure what I want to do this episode. So we're going to open up, see where we are, and we're going to open up and see where we are in this map, and just go from there. We're going to take it easy. We're going to be chill. We're going to see what's up. And, hey Bella, welcome back. We're playing Planet Coaster today instead of City Skylines, but I hope you stick around. How are you doing tonight? Okay, so there's Pallet Town. So, Bella, I'm not sure. Excuse me. I'm not sure how familiar you are with Pokemon, but this park is basically this park is based off of the Kanto region of Gen 1 and a couple of other generations too, as well. So, let's see. Basically, excuse me, basically we are building a park largely based on the different regions, and we're kind of working on filling in the gaps right now. Because we have this large developed area, which is the rock tunnel. Oh, that's fine, Bella, no worries. In that case, I won't take too much time doing tours and stuff, and I'll just figure out what I'm going to do. I think what I might do is start to fill in the gaps and have some stuff in Viridian City. So I'm going to pop open Chrome. Gold version. I don't think Kanto is in the gold version, but Kanto is basically just the first region that people play generally. I should say it was the region from the first game, pretty much. So let's see. Here's a picture of Viridian City. Oh, I know what we're going to do today. We're going to build our first Pokemon Center, because there's no Pokemon Center in Pallet Town, but there are... excuse me. But there are various Pokemon Centers throughout the rest of the area. So let's see, which one are we going to do? I'm looking up some pictures of Pokemon Centers so we can get one. Because the thing is, as nice as it would be and kind of on theme as it would be, to focus on the kind of Gen 1 visit. I also want to keep in mind that making a bunch of brick boxes is not going to be... Are you loading the pictures or what? The original Pokemon Center from the first game is not necessarily the most visually appealing, so we're going to look at some other options for that. Because the goal here is going to be to use the Pokemon Centers in every town. Alright, I think I'm going to use this version, which looks like it's mostly like steel or iron or something like that, but it's almost okay. So we're going to build that right over here. We're going to make it daytime so that we can actually see, and we're going to get out our building tools. Coaster supports, I don't want those. Those would be better for the shops probably, so I can do the Pokemon shop there. I'm going to pull this up on my second screen here. Fire Red Kanto Pokemon Center. Okay, there we go. Now, I think the metal alloy might be the best one for this, because that's really what it looks like, and that was not what I meant to do, actually. So let's go with metal. And I don't... Can I disable all hands, please? Yes. I'm going to go ahead and put this back down. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, compared to the other buildings, is that just huge? And maybe I should make that. If it's just going to be... Yeah. If we're going to put multiple... Better to make it slightly smaller but more detailed. I have no idea what I'm going to do for the bridge. Did I say bridge? I did not mean to say bridge. For the roof. That's the word I was looking for. Oh, Bella, yes, I absolutely love the sound of music. um, Favorite song from seriously going on 17. That's so cool. Liesel has a really beautiful voice, so, girl, you are all set in life pretty much if you can sing like Liesel. Just, you know, be cautious of your love interests, I would say. We don't want to channel Liesel too much in that regard. Oh, we can put the oh, the ATM should go in the store, I think. We can do a first aid. And the restroom. It does have kind of a larger archway there. And then it has kind of a trim going all around. So let's go back to wall pieces. Let's see, do we have a 2 meter? Then we'll do the 1 meter there. And then there are windows directly above. They need to be fairly small. These actually work, even though they're kind of... If we turn off angles... Nope, not that one. If we turn off position snap, that should allow us to... There we go. Oh, does this not have... It does, okay. Control C. What is that? 4 meters. Okay, so we're going to do that. Then we're going to duplicate that here. Here. And there. Adorable. I love it. Huh. What are these? That's weird. Decorations. Shop decorations. Wall signs. That's too big. That's way too big. But yes, I do love the sound of music. It's one of the musicals that I grew up with, really, and it's always had a very special place in my heart, along with Annie and Singing in the Rain. Those two are like tippy top of my list. I need roofs. Now I need something with a corner. So that's going to limit what I can do. It's not the most accurate. But it's also not the worst. And I do want it to be this exact shade, because that's how it works. And there. I actually rather like that. But tell you what I am going to do. I want to change this to be like that. Just to be a little bit more discreet. And I'm also going to duplicate selection. assume this is going to... Oh, it's not, actually. And that's fine, because no one's even going to really see that, so... Unless we just do this. Oh, I can't, because it's one of those things. Okay, that's fine. You love... so Bella says, I love Broadway musicals. I'm an aspiring actress, and I take downtown where I live. I'm not sure what you mean by that specifically, but I think it's probably like you take dancing lessons, and that's awesome. I love Broadway and musicals as well, and it was something that I really thought about doing when I was older. It didn't quite work out for me, but, you know, I think that... I want flat. You really have to... oh gosh. You know, we can't have everything, and that's okay. Not everyone is going to be a Broadway singer, but I really do hope that it works out for you, because that's a great dream to have. It's a great... And that's... God, I sound really pessimistic when I say it that way. What I mean is, I wish you the best of luck, because it's a very difficult thing, and I just wish you the best of luck, because I know that it's a hard career, and I'm sure you'll be fantastic. What's your favorite musical, Bella? Ooh, yeah, we can use some of those sci-fi lights. Maybe I don't need these back here. Maybe I'll just put them on the front, because they look nice up there. They don't really do much. I suppose there should be something inside of here, but I don't know. Because what's nice about this design then is that I'll just port it over to all the other places. I definitely need more lighting in here, so I'm going to go over to... Oh, I was already in scenery. No. I really hate how it's like everything or nothing with these lights. So it's like either you don't want anything pretty much lit, or everything's going to be lit. It's like some of these are just barely even decorative, frankly. Why are these not part of it? Duplicate. Alright, fine. Delete. And delete. And then we'll go back to editing this building. Oh, I definitely have heard of Hamilton. I am not, it's like not my favorite, but I can definitely appreciate that it's a good musical and it's very catchy, and I can definitely see why it succeeded. I think Lin-Manuel Miranda is a really, really great composer and lyricist, and what am I doing here? Floor, no. I think I definitely have sort of fallen off the radar of newer musicals, I have to say. I don't listen to or watch a lot of the newer stuff. I think the most recent thing I listened to is from the mid to early 2000s, because I'm really a big fan of that time period. I love the revival of Company that happened in 2006. I really love The Drowsy Chaperone, Avenue Q. A lot of stuff from that time period still really is my jam, because that was sort of where I first started to sort of explore Alright, why is this not happening for me? What on earth? Oh, is it because it's so big? There we go. Oh no. Why did you do that? Why did you have to go and do that to me? Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Because this is supposed to have square tips, just like the nails in New Jersey. Obstructed by what? By nothing. There. Okay. Yes. So yeah, I haven't listened to a lot of the newer stuff. Mostly because I don't like a lot of it. I watched the Tony Awards, and I mean, the stuff was really cool, but I missed a lot of the newer stuff. Fun Home, Waitress, Dear Evan Hansen. A lot of that stuff is just not on my radar. Not because I don't necessarily don't like it, but just it's just not my jam. Alright, I'm just going to check out the layout of Viridian City real quick. So basically, first thing you walk in is going to be the Pokemon Center with like a nice little fountain. I think we want to change this to a different texture type. And in fact, we may end up changing what paths are in Pallet Town. Pause. Based simply on the fact that deselect grid. Select grid. But I want to do the asphalt up here. So that's about 2 of those, and then 2 of those. Lovely. Now, one of the things I'm going to have to figure out is what I'm going to do with a bunch of this leftover space, because part of the problem with working a lot of these areas is going to be Squiggle thing, it's because it's catchy and good to sing along to when we're working. Oh no, absolutely. And I am not trying to put any kind of judgment or like stank on that. Let me be clear. Like my preferences are my preferences, and they do not reflect like any kind of judgment on what musical is better than which one, whatever. It's more just the ones that I prefer are specific. I just prefer a specific type of musical. Tend to. I tend to prefer a one specific type of musical, and that's just a matter of personal taste. So, there's no like gatekeeping. There's no you should listen to this, you shouldn't listen to that. Not at all. Not with me. I am not that kind of person, because I heard so much of that like snobbery when I was doing theater stuff, that I'm completely averse to that now, and I'm just like, you know what? Watch whatever musicals you like. Listen to whatever musicals you like. Life is too short to have everybody be judging each other because, I don't like the musical you listen to. It's like, whatever. We need to all take a chill pill. I hope these houses aren't too, like, gigantic compared to the Pokemon Center, but I mean, if it's just going to be the standard restroom block and the first aid thing, I don't necessarily want to go too much bigger, because then the Pokemon shop that I'm going to build next is going to be the information booth. I think the staff I can just do separate buildings for. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to save this blueprint. New blueprint. Oh, that's terrible. Pokemon Center. Ooh. This is the Pokemon Center for my Kanto theme park. It contains the first aid station, excuse my yawn, and restroom block, but has room for up to 2 more shops or facilities. Oh, thank you, Vela. I appreciate that. I'm trying to do the best I can with the pieces that I have. But thank you. I appreciate that. I think it turned out pretty well myself. Thank you. I just think that in terms of like judging and stuff, it's like, who are we to judge anyone? I remember I was sitting with my dad, and my dad's really, really into old cars. He's also into musicals, but that's not the point. He's really into old cars, and I have relatives who are into a lot of stuff that are just does not interest me in the least. And I was sitting there one day just thinking, thinking, gosh, this is so boring. Why am I being forced to listen to this? And then I sort of stopped and listened to myself, and it was like, hey, just because I don't get it does not mean that it's not a thing. There are plenty of things. Do I want the metal alloy? Is there no 1 meter? I don't want the parapet. No, stop. Anyway, the point is, we don't all have to agree on stuff, but we can all agree that it's fun to enjoy stuff. And it's fun to not be the kind of person who purposefully annoys others just because they don't get what people are listening to. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do this exactly. I'm going to have a flat ride back here. So why don't we do that next? Anyway, I keep getting distracted and jumping back and forth, but that's why they pay me the big bucks. Alrighty, then we're going to go ahead and activate Priority Pass. Entrance. And exit. And then we'll go ahead and open this so that people can start writing that. Let's do a little au naturel. Look at that. That's adorable. do some art shapes, I guess, because and let's see, what's a good color for this? Something kind of murky with more of a greenish hue, but also a bit less saturated. There we go. We're done with that, and we're going to make you the same color. I'm going to Control X. And we're just going to X. Belle, let me ask you this. Do you find that having something on in the background kind of helps you work? Because I find silence absolutely maddening. And I don't know how people work in complete silence. I like to have either music on. I gotta have something on. Because I cannot stand to just have it be so quiet. Of course, I say that and then immediately go completely silent. It's really hard, having to rotate these circles. It requires my full-on concentration, y'all. Lovely. Oh, almost done. One more. There we go. Pardon my yawn again. Special effects. Water. That's way too much. Special effect rain? No. Sprinkler spray. Oh my gosh, what? That's too much. It is too much. See, isn't that cute now? Uh, that's very cute, if I do say so myself. And what will it look like at night, you ask? Well, let's find out. It's very dark. So let's add... Let's shed some light on the subject. I don't think it's doing anything. So why don't we do this instead? Edit building. Ugh. Is there not a way that I can select? I know that feeling too. That used to freak me out a lot. Building. No, that's not what I wanted. But yeah, I'm that way too. It's just, it feels comforting. It's like you have someone there with you who's like talking to you about different stuff. Hey Bill, let me know if you need help with your homework. I don't know how much I'll be able to help, but you know, who knows? Maybe I know all the answers. Maybe I'm secretly your professor. Edit building. I don't even need that one. There you finally are. Anyway. I can tell you all the answers. Galileo was not an artist, never mind. Vincent van Gogh, Da Vinci, Manet, and the last one is all of the above. What kind of art project is it? Are you like drawing something? Is it sculpture? Is it... Then we're going to add some greenery. That's too big. I'm not sure if I should be doing all this detail work right now because I really worry that a lot of the detail stuff is not very interesting. Damn it. See, that's cute. It makes everything look a bit more natural. Lovely. I'll probably be awake all night. I have so much. You've been doing homework since 4? Girl. I totally get that, though. I was definitely the kind of person who was just not about that homework life. Which is not to say that you're that, because I'm not. It's not like I'm judging you. put some trees. I don't want a swamp tree. That looks fine. I suppose there's room for another flat right here. I want to be careful how many flat rides I put everywhere, though, because I got to make sure that I have enough for the whole park. And I still haven't decided what I want to do for... Maybe I'll do a little mini family coaster for Viridian Forest. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, we're going to deviate from everything once again. We're going to get rid of auto-tunneling. And we're going to build ourselves a little mini family coaster. And that's what's going to be our Viridian Forest attraction. And I think I am going to stick to what's it called? I'm going to stick to the automatic angle snapping because that I think will make for just an easier build. I'm not too worried about how this will turn out. I just kind of want something nice and fun that will kind of glide through the trees. I hope that's not the whole thing. Good grief. That is way too long. And that is way too slow. That's barely acceptable by regular coaster standards, but I'm going to be forgiving, I guess, because I have no option to make it any faster at this point, so... Okay, so far, so terrible. At what point does this become fun for people? Because... Alright, let's speed this up. That way we can just keep working with it. No fun still at all? What? Where are you? Why are you stuck? You're not stuck. Hit by coaster car. Boo hoo hoo. All right, what's the heat map looking up here? Edit track. Heat maps. Fear. Okay, you're fine. Excitement. Still not great, probably. Ugh. Let's see. Maybe no fun because they died. Maybe no fun because they got in the way of the roller coaster. You know? And maybe they just need to be not in the way of the roller coaster is all I'm saying. Clearly this needs to be a lot lower, so hopefully smoothing it will achieve that. Actually, maybe doing that will also do this. Yeah, that really needs to be a lot higher than that. Can we do that right now? Block section. Oh, and of course I know exactly what's going to happen now. It's going to tell me that they can't do it. I really like this. Okay, I'm just going to start fresh. Fresh. Coasters. What I like about the Wendigo is that it kind of looks like a Caterpie. So I'm going to keep that in, even though. What we're going to do, I think, is go back and go back to the 30 degrees. Is this too high? Boy, I'm really bad at building roller coasters. And block section. Because the other problem is I don't want this to interfere with... Excuse my yawn again. Goodness. I don't want this to interfere too much with the other roller coasters, if I can avoid it. because I mean, I need to make sure that Viridian Forest and Victory Road are distinct and separate locations. The main reason that I'm putting what's eventually going to be called Caterpie Crawl here in Viridian Forest is because I know that that will be a main area of focus for children, families with small children. At least that's going to be the goal. The main question here is how much fun is this going to be, because based on previous tests, and frankly I feel like a lot of it has to do well, nothing is that much fun when you have to do it and ends up taking you forever. That's the thing. You can take the most fun thing in the world and are you kidding me? Wait, is this thing a powered coaster? Hold on. Info. A coaster with whale-styled cars to thrill both adults and children. It's thrilling nobody right now. Oh, that was why. It was because it had lost some of the carts. Excitement. That's the other thing, is when your homework ends up being, excuse me, when your homework ends up being stuff that you generally enjoy, then once you turn something you enjoy into work, then it's like, it just changes the whole tone of what you're doing, you know? And I'm partially convinced that a lot of why the excitement is so low is because it takes a really long time to pick up. And I think that's because we'll do some little bunny hills here. I think it's because these cars, this train is just so long. Well, I mean, I'm getting an initial excitement rating. What I was showing before were the heat maps, and the heat maps show you what parts are exciting and which parts aren't. I know I have to finish the coaster to get the entire excitement rating, but in the meantime, oh geez. In the meantime, you can get the initial excitement. You can get the initial. Please don't sue me. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. I didn't hit them with a roller coaster. Thank you very much. They hit themselves with a roller coaster. Okay? Let's get that straight, first of all. Why is that so boring for them now? Second of all, they're fine, you know? They don't. They're strong, independent Sims who don't need no health care. So I guess they got some airtime here, but then this just kind of killed that. Let's turn off angle snap again. Make this longer. Start to spin it. Now, is it because it just got too tight there? Some trim brakes. Okay, PPOO. Okay, so then it really got bad around here. So this is, yeah, that's fine. Then it gets nice and good and exciting. And then this just really kills the vibe. Maybe it's because of G-forces? How about vertical G-force? So that one we just looked at? It might have been. They don't mind that. Okay, how about nausea? That's not it. Is it the fear? It's causing the problems? The fear actually goes down there? So what's causing this? Let me tell you this, Bella. I'll tell you my dirty little secret. I also hate roller coasters. I can't stand the feeling of falling. No, that's not what I wanted you to do. Then again, maybe we can try with some trim brakes. Alright, real quick, because y'all are very silly. I do not like roller coasters either. I hate the feeling of falling. 2, I have never been on the Tower of Terror. I don't know that I will ever be brave enough to get on the Tower of Terror because it's scary. It's scary, yo. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Which is probably a big reason why I'm really bad at designing roller coasters, because I don't ever actually ride them. So yeah, I'm also a big baby when it comes to roller coasters. I'm a big baby when it comes to horror movies. I'm a big baby when it comes to so many things in my life. Well, that's the thing, because what's scary about it is not that, the Twilight Zone part isn't scary. It's that you're falling. So even if you close your eyes, you're still having a bad time, you know? And honestly, it's interesting how those sort of formative experiences when you're really young can totally alter the way that you think about a roller coaster or any kind of those any one of those kind of scary rides. Because if you do it the wrong way the first time, I suspect you're not going to like it at all the next time, you know? What is that? That's a terrible, terrible curve. Why aren't you working? Okay, that's really weird. Station. Alrighty, are you done being weird? Okay, thank God you're catching now. Oh, see, yeah, there are some interesting theories about phobias. I'm learning about it in my psychology classes, and definitely one of those theories is that we can get traumatized by formative experiences that will then affect us for the rest of our lives. A heat map. Excitement. Alright, let's see what this bad boy is. Could be better, could be worse, I guess. Not the best. Where it really starts going south is right there at this corner. And that's what I can't figure out what to do with. None. I guess that's the thing, it's just going so slow at this point that So maybe what we need to do... block section. Oh, that's awful. Why did you do that? Go less cars. Too slow, yo. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Thank you, Pierce. I'm going to try that. Once I smooth this curve. I think that's what the problem is that it's too slow because there are too many cars, which is what I was thinking originally. Thank you. That's a little bit better, right? That's much better, except when it gets to here, when it's already getting slower. So, let's see. What's this going to give me? That's much better. Let's do what Pierce Fierce said. I agree. I think it's going to be a little bit better if we do. Where is it? Done. Let's try Lucky 13. How about that? See, this was the other problem, though, is that now it, for some reason, won't go. That's why, because I have it on stop, not on testing. That's why it wasn't going before. I'm a dumb. I'm a dumb. Ooh, that last curve is a bit much, I think. Did that increase? I can't tell. Damn it. Where's the fear the highest? Let's check that real quick. Maybe we just need to work on this very last part. trim breaks, do that there. Then we're going to do a block section. Or not. Pierce, thank you for the suggestion. I think that was what it needed, honestly. Just missed all those people. I'm going to do this, and this, and that'll take us into our first trim break run. Also going to turn off angle snapping so that this can go down. Oh god, turn off angle snapping. And we'll do 2 sets of trim breaks, and that's better because that's going to give me a better curve with angle snapping, please. I'm going to do block section. Why won't you let me do this? Okay. Thanks for the suggestion, Pierce. Do you play Planet Coaster yourself? This needs to be smooth banking. Oh, damn it. Now I got rid of the excitement. Well, let's try Pierce's suggestion one more time. And we're going to see if lowering this to, let's say 10. Hopefully that will increase the speed a little bit more, get us some more excitement. Edit track, smooth banking. Start test, excitement. Better. See, Pierce, you got this. Alright, I'm happy with that. I don't need it to be a crazy amount. Am I happy with that, though? Or do I want to keep going? Because I kind of want to keep needing to. block section. It's just an ever so slight incline with some trim breaks. That way. Maybe we can prevent some of that like destruction of our because this last section is absolutely wrecking our excitement rating. Sunsets are extremely difficult to draw and paint, and I commend you because that's my thing. Is I work with lines. I feel very comfortable working with lines, but when it comes to just about anything else, when it comes to form, not just about anything else, when it comes to form, I have a lot more problem. I have a much more difficult time getting that right. And smooth banking. Okay, start the test. And see, Pierce, this is why I get ticked off with with the Wendigo, because it automatically, there we go. A little bit better. Let's see, what's our excitement rating now? Please be green, please be green. Yes! Okay, I'm fine with that fear setting because, okay, it's a little bit high for the kitties, but it's worth it. It's worth it, it's worth it, it's worth it. Done. Replace our entrance. Replace our exit. And we are going to Caterpie crawl. That's all set. Now, for Viridian Forest, we want the natural path. That looks cute. I kind of like the one with the little retaining wall things. So for those of you who have not been with me before, thank you very much for joining. We are building Kanto Park, which is a park inspired by the Kanto region of the Pokemon games. So what you're seeing right now is basically I'm adding a little ride to Viridian Forest. This is Viridian City, the beginnings of it. You can see here I have the Pokemon Center, which I'm going to be duplicating into every city. And Pallet Town, so far, is the most developed area. Thank you, Bella. Yeah, I just figured when I saw the Wendigo again this time, I was like, that looks just like Caterpie. So I just had to. Now the question is, how am I going to get... Tell you what we can do. Yes, since this is the queue, we're going to... And I don't mean this because I'm not talking about this specifically already. What I mean is... This is the exit, so I want it to look more like that, but I can go over to the queue and make that... Where's the stone? That looks okay. If I do this, that looks better because I'm going to make this into a rock looking. Ugh, this looks terrible. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to this, we're going to edit this track, we're going to take this and we're going to do entry left, exit right. Done. Place entrance. Place it right here, center. Place exit. Right here at center. Then we're going to oh, perfect. It goes right beneath it. Lovely. Okay. Then for cues, if you don't mind me asking, what do I do for a living, Bella? I don't mind at all. I actually work for an IT firm here near my house. I do project management, which basically means I help. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. Basically, what I do is I make sure that all of our teams around the world have all the tools that they need to do their jobs and to succeed. A lot of times our project managers already have most of what they need, but if they need resources like help with booking travel, or I don't know, help with any number of other things, then I'm the person that they can come to sort of either help them directly or to help them figure out who to turn to know where to go. So let's say, I don't know, they come to me and they are like, oh, hey, I need a template for a specific kind of document. And I can say, oh, well, we don't have that, but I know that Johnny Goomba, I don't know. What is this obstructed? There's nothing obstructed. I don't know what you're talking about. Obstructed by what? It's probably this. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. It's not really the most interesting job in the world, for sure, but I work with some really, really great people, and I work at a really great company. And I'm also training to be a therapist. So I'm in graduate school right now, and I'm about halfway through the program. So hopefully by around this time next year, I'll be wrapping that up and thinking about what to do in terms of getting licensed to be a practicing marriage and family therapist. What are you possibly obstructed by? Okay, that looks awful, but you know what? I'm not in the mood to care right now. And then we're going to go ahead and open this, and we're going to grant high priority. And then can I cannot. Okay, even though I put 2 block sections, apparently I can't add a second train. That's fine. That's fine. So let's see, we need to change the colors of this. Customize. I want to go track color, car color. Caterpie has a lot of green on it. I'm going to pull up a picture of Caterpie. Alright, I pulled up a picture of Caterpie for my reference. No! That's not what I want you to do. For the main color, that's good. Then for this color, we want something a little bit more orange. Or actually, reset. What we're going to do instead is, this is going to be like the underbelly color, which is like a yellow. Okay. Then the black is going to be maybe darker. Okay. And then the pink is on those things. So that can be a little bit of black. And then this can be kind of orangey. It's not perfect, but it works. And then this is going to be pretend that these are like trees, and that this is going to be the canopy. And hopefully that's eye-catching enough that it will stick out through the treetops. So we're just going to add a butt-ton of trees all through here. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and put in some benches, because I know people are tired and they would like to sit down. And then I'm probably going to build a building here to mark the entrance like they have in the games. But that's going to be for another day, because I'm not going to start that whole thing right now. And again, the one to mark the exit. What I will do right now, though, is make these rocks large. So what I can do is make this look like a giant rock crop formation. I kind of like how that looks with little the rocks sticking out of there, but we're not going to do that for every single one, because we don't want them all to look the same. Do mana do. For a hot minute here, I'm going to disable game. We're going to disable scenery collision. Apply. Okay, what did I just say? Pretty sure I just said really? Right in front of my salad? Oh, Bella. So that is my other set of roller coasters that I have not quite finished. If you look down here, you'll see one of them is inspired. So basically, these are the triple dueling steel launch coasters: Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. So they're inspired by the three legendary birds of the Kanto region, and they fly out here to Victory Road. So they're going to fly in and out of all the buildings of Victory Road eventually. I was able to get this section working so that they're all synchronized. Oh, cool. But then I kind of just lost my inspiration as to what to do next. So that's the long of the short of it. So that's what you keep seeing, those roller coasters fly off the tracks every so often, because I have them testing, even though oops, sorry. Through existing scenery or terrain. Alright, apply. There it is. Okay. These are tropical, so let's go for tropical. Large. Oh, so I have more. I suppose that this might have made more sense with something in a rock specific versus... But I think that for the forest, for Viridian Forest, I want to do something more natural looking, which is how I sort of landed on this idea of the rock formation. Because there don't tend to be buildings. In a forest, obviously. But rock formations, there are. See, that looks kind of cute. I like it. I'm happy with how this is turning out. And if it sounds like I'm trying to convince myself just a little bit, because that might just a little bit be true. But you know what? I think it looks cute. So I'm going to leave it as is. Little rock outcropping of rock, I should say. That way, we have all of this. Now let's do, just out of curiosity, %. Okay. What do you say we ride this bad boy? It's in cinematic? That's fine. Ho, 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 ho. Very cute. Let's do one in the seat. Tell you what, real quick, I'm going to just jump into... It's not that much better, but... I should probably smooth some of this banking at some point, but I'm not going to do that right now because, you know, you're not here to see me smoothing the banking on a roller coaster for 2 hours. It absolutely does, Bella. You are absolutely right. Okay, exit out of there. Now I need to remember, I'm going to actually do this here for a second just because I need to remember to get good pictures or good little moments for thumbnails. So I might choose this for the thumbnail. Or maybe this for the thumbnail. Alrighty, well, unfortunately it is well past my 2-hour mark. So, I'm going to say goodnight for now, but thank you so much for watching, Bella. I hope you get your homework done. You know, I hope I wasn't too much of a distraction. I know the artwork can be tedious, but, you know, remember that you're doing it for love, the love of art. I don't know. I'm tired, so I'm just blabbing. Good luck with your homework, Bella. Thanks for watching. Please do follow if you liked what you saw here. And if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, please subscribe and like and leave a comment letting me know what you think of the park. Any criticisms are welcome, as long with compliments, of course. And I will see you all in the next stream. And yeah, see you Sunday, Bella. And who knows, I might pop in for a surprise stream now and again. But yeah, I'll see you on Sunday, Bella. Thanks so much. Good night.